Hello, Susan Stetzer. How are you? Good to see you. Everyone, this is Susan Stetzer. Hi, I'm Daniel, Squadron. It's good to see everyone here. What a great turnout for this tour. And we're going to start the tour in a second. Mr. Nash, who's not quite a constituent, sadly, is going to be doing the tour. He works at Parks Capital. He's a landscape architect, so he's just oozing with vision. So we just wanted to take 1 second before we get started to thank you all for coming out. To thank Commissioner Castro of the Commissioner of Manhattan Parks for everything that he's done here to make Pier 42 happen. As you know, as many of you know, the Community Board has, for years, since before I was in office, really prioritized getting Pier 42 open for the community. And for some period of time, it had gotten derailed. And in partnership with Senator Schumer, I was able to convince the Lower Manhattan Development Corporation that Pier 42 was an absolute priority as we talk about rebuilding, improving, and the renaissance of Lower Manhattan for lots of reasons. Especially because a lot of the folks who live right here, who are standing right here right now, deserve the same kind of waterfront access and world-class waterfront park that is being built around the city on the Hudson River in Brooklyn, from North Brooklyn to South Brooklyn. And it's really all part of the same park. So we're connecting this neighborhood hopefully to a great new park, but also to a whole new park as great as Central Park, a unified harbor park, a central park for the center of the city. And that's what this is all about. The great news is Chuck and I were able to secure close to $17 million for this, with little help from Parks. And it is last year we announced that the weekend before Thanksgiving, and we said we are going to have people out on this pier within a year. So today is the first part of that. We're doing a tour in partnership with the Community Board and Hester Street Collaborative, who's been great. Annie Frederick isn't here, but we are representing the Hester Street Collaborative today. And we are also announcing today that we're going to have an event, a fall festival, November 3rd, right here in the Pier 42 area. Maybe not literally on the pier, but in the Pier 42 area. And from there, we're going to work very quickly to get parts of this pier area open for interim use, even before the design and the construction happen. So this is going to be an amenity that folks are going to be able to make use of this fall, which is great news. And speaking for the Community Board and for Matthews Nielsen and Hester Street Collaborative and the Parks Department, there's a community-based planning process that is just now ramping up. Where's Matthews Nielsen, by the way? Here you are. Nice to see you. And they won the bid to be the park designer. They've promised they're going to do it in a very collaborative way with the Community Board, with members of the community. And so we've got a lot of great things going on at Pier 42. The tour today, announcing world exclusive if you're here today at Litvac. Fall Festival November 3rd here in the Pier area. Interim use this fall, opening up parts of the pier. Community design process.
October 4th.
Community design process. Pier 42 is no longer just an idea. It is becoming a reality, and it's because of all of you, and because of this man who, I don't know if you know that I care about Pier 42. He seems to have the rest of a borough maybe, but he and I talk about Pier 42 many times, literally a week. And I'm going to let him say something since it is his tour today. Manhattan Parks Commissioner Bill Castro. Thank you for
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
And great jacket.
Thank you.
He's wearing his fall leather jacket in honor of Pier 42.
I finally realized I got to wear something else with what I've been wearing all summer long. So, although it feels like a summer day today, doesn't it? And I want to thank all of you for coming out here today to enjoy what's going to be here. You'll start to be able to see some of this today, and we're going to take you on a tour. You're going to learn about some of the ideas that have already been generated, and I want to especially thank Senator Squadron, because he really has been pushing this. He's really made a huge difference in making this happen, and we're very appreciative of this, Senator. And I think you're going to get really excited today, hopefully. And as we get into it, please come out on Thursday the 3rd. It's at 6:30. 4th, I'm sorry, the 4th. At 6:30 at the Hamilton Fish Recreation Center on Pitt Street, just south of Houston, right off of Pitt and Houston.
It's the swimming pool.
Hip
Right.
pool.
The pool is closed.
There you go. So that's the start of a number of things. And Matthew Nielsen is going to be developing the master plan, and Marika Mayada is right here from Matthews Nielsen. You're going to get to know her a lot, and it's really a great thing that's going to happen. When you see the view of the water here today, you're going to see. So I don't want to say anything else except that we're very pleased to be part of this. And I'd like to introduce Doug Nash, who's our capital projects project manager. He's going to talk a bit about this and lead you through, and the senator and I will interject, and we'll get things rolling. One thing I do want to say is, here is the parking lot, right? Now, then there's the, remember, how many remember the old banana boat?
Banana boat.
Remember that? I remember that. And he's going to talk a little bit about the history of that. And then north of this, on the other side of the parking lot, is this big lot that we're going to start to go to make usable to the public. And we're going to go take a look at it. It's got a great view of the water. So why don't we get started? Doug?
Sorry, just two more brief credit due. We're joined by District Leader David Weinberger. And also, I would really be remiss if I didn't mention the staff here. Certainly, Commissioner Castro's staff has been on the receiving end of a number of phone calls from me, Steve Simon, who you see as the bouncer standing behind me. But my staff especially, really, this has been a project that Mary Cooley and I talked about, frankly, before I was in office. And Mary Cooley and Mauricio Pesmino, who's new on my staff, and Amy Spikalnik, all of whom are here, and Hetty Weinberger, but have really just day in and day out. I know they've been talking to a lot of you guys about it, and on this project especially, it's going to really change our neighborhood, and they've done a great deal there. And we have the other district leader, thank you very much, David Diaz. Thank you, who we missed yesterday, but glad to see today. Who's doing a great job. You're now entering your second term as district leader. That's right. So
it's over 600 piles. The slab is over 111,000 square feet. So it's an unusual project with a lot of potential on this site. As the commissioner mentioned, it was an importing terminal for bananas.
And I'm not going to be humble for Daniel. If it hadn't been for him working with the board, this never would have happened. So I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyway, let's get started.
Right,
Doug Nash, the great Doug Nash, soon to be of the Lower East Side.
Oh, really?
So we're very excited to start this project, to meeting with all the local neighborhood groups, large and small.
You can't see it from here, but from here you can see all three bridges. Probably not views of all three bridges around the city.
That's true. And the responsibility of the body to get a really good view.
Oh wow, what a great job. All right. Wow.
It's very invested in our local park system. Animal care had it, but this time it's running out there.
gonna have a lot of security.
It's hard. Okay.
It's not, you know, think about the data center, it's not very personal.
Imagine when that pier comes down, if it does come down, it's shed. It's quite a view.
Thank